शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जलेऽस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु श्रवणनयनजं वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा सकलं परस्मै
Namaste friends and viewers, a very warm welcome to my new video. So today we are going to talk about in the series of body types or the attributes of the body types. Today we are going to talk about the attributes of Pitta types. So Pitta body types are of medium height and build, though some individuals can be slender with delicate frame. They have medium muscles, so they are not very bulky and they are not very thin, and if they want they can make big muscles, but they normally have moderate muscles and good well built people they are. So they are physically stronger than Vata types in that sense. Their eyes are normally bright and light in color, so even if it is brown green, but it mostly would be on the lighter side, whereas the Kapha people would have mostly little bit darker eyes. Their complexion is little ruddy and copper skin color or the complexion, and it's like flushed out, a little bit reddish and copperish. So that's a very distinctive feature of the Pitta types. Even their eyes would be little reddish, having a little reddish and not white tone actually color. They have soft hair, little silky hair. They have a beautiful hair. Sometimes it can be wavy, like curvy hair or something, or curly hair as well. They tend to early graying of hair. So most of these people would experience this graying of hair in their early age if they don't take care of their Pitta aggravation. They can also have a hair loss, especially in the Vata season, which is where the Pitta accumulates in the monsoon or the rainy season, and they have tendency to lose the hairline, or they normally get the receding hairline and the big beautiful bald heads. You find the men who are very handsome with the bald head, they are the ones normally of the Pitta personalities. Their skin tend to get a lot of freckles and moles, and it's pretty common. You'll find freckles and moles all over, and if they go to the sun a lot, then it would increase. Their skin is normally oily and warm, and it is less wrinkled for the same reason, because it is little oily as compared to Vata types. The body temperature is slightly higher, so you will always find these people to have slightly warm skin, and they perspire profusely. They are the ones who perspire a lot, and their perspiration might have a strong pungent odor, which is quite strong, like sulfury and pungent odor. Then what Pitta derives from the Sanskrit word known as tap, which essentially means heat. So that's why you can see that why the Pitta people have some issues with the hot temperature, weather. So they are not the ones who would really feel nice being into sun. I mean, they would love to, but they would just want to go away from it because they start feeling uncomfortable and exhausted. So they have low tolerance for hot weather and sunny hot weather and climate and hard physical work. They love to be very physically active, but what I'm trying to mean here is they get exhausted. So they need relaxation as well along with the hard physical work. I mean, don't get me wrong, they love to play competitive sports where they are very aggressive, they are very active, they exhibit a instant burst of energy, but they get exhausted, so they need to relax as well. So they have issues of burnout in their lives, and if they don't relax enough, then they might have situations when they get exhausted and fainted even. So they are fiery types, as I said, and their sex drive is extremely strong, and normally they try to release their anger. They have anger issue. Sometimes they try to release their anger with sex and passion. So they have strong appetite and digestion as well, and not just digestion, but they have strong appetite, digestion, metabolism. You can say they consume large quantities of food and the drinks, and they also release a lot of urine and feces. Sleep is of the medium duration, which is almost like 7 to 8 hours as compared to 5 to 6 hours in Vata types, whereas the Kapha people sleep as long as like 9 to 10 hours, but it is sound and uninterrupted. So they like to read before they sleep. So one peculiar feature about Pitta types that they really get active at the midnight and they start reading and watching television, which is not good for them, but reading is pretty okay. So one distinctive feature of, if you want to find out people around you, like your friends who is a Pitta type, then you will find that they would love to read before they go to bed. Sometimes they fall asleep while reading books. The physical ailments or the disorders they tend to have are mostly the heat or the Pitta related to Pitta aggravation. They are prone to fevers, inflammations, acid refluxes, which is GERD, and excessive hunger and jaundice, liver issues, inflammation of liver, inflammation of gallbladder, and excessive produce of bile, hives, rashes, colitis, peptic ulcers, hemorrhoids, of course sore throats. So basically they have to watch out. If the Pitta aggravation is happening, all these things would really manifest at some stage of their lives. They are very alert and intelligent people, and they have amazing power of concentration. Their concentration and comprehension is amazing. I mean, they catch things very sharply, and they have amazing intellect. They are very sharp and they have penetrating memories. They remember real things for long, and extremely logical people. They have investigative minds. They are eloquent speakers. It means, mostly will find them in the public speaking, and good politicians, because politicians have to speak. They have to be eloquent, good public speakers. They have a very excellent capacity for organization and leadership roles. So I would say they are the leaders, they are the big CEOs in the company, the managers in the higher hierarchy of the organization. At the same time, you would also find them in the sales, marketing, advertising. They are very good sales representatives and marketing professionals. Normally the Pitta people are midnight people, because as you know that Pitta gets activated after 10 p.m. and in the between 11 to 2 in the afternoon, and of course in the midnight. So these people would feel really hungry, and you would find these people opening up the fridge and start eating at the middle of the night, where other would say, no, this is not the time to eat, but they would say, oh come on, I'm feeling hungry, I have to eat. So they are the ones who are midnight people. They would read, they would watch movies, they would eat at night. So they are the ones who really get activated at night. They love order and cleanliness. They are the ones who would really keep their homes neat and tidy, everything in order. And they would not appreciate people who would just come and mess up things. They can get angry about it. They can really get messed up with those people who come and just throw things here and there and keep it haphazard, nothing in order. They love noble professions. So the professions you would find the Pitta people in would be like doctors, engineers, lawyers, then judges, managers, good administrative skills they have. At the same time, they are very good planners, architects. They are very ambitious, disciplined, and even in politics you would find these people a lot. They have a tendency towards comparison, competition, and aggression. So that is one negative side, because competition, aggression, and comparison is not really good in life, but even competition, aggression is needed, but they just overdo it, and that's why they can lose their relationships and can create jealousy and this credit or the bad reputation. They may offend people around them by their controlling and domineering kind of a nature, which is very important to understand, that they need to control and curb this tendency to dominate people and give space and scope to others as well, like Vata and Kapha type along with them. So their lifespan is moderate, because they waste a lot of energy in aggression, competition, and constant search for success. So probably they are the ones who need to hold back and conserve their energy, which normally they are not able to do. So it is advisable for them to meditate and understand the purpose of life is not just about achievement, and success is not just about goal achievement and target orientation. Life is also about to give space to people and be somebody who would become instrumental for other people's success. So they need to understand, and that is the biggest karmic lesson and path for them to understand this truth of the life, which can actually help them to be more relaxed, contented, and peaceful. So they have a constant need of achievement and goal and target. So they sometimes really get stuck up in this huge target and goal chase in their lives, which they need to really stop and make a balance there. So their deep-rooted fears is about failure. So they cannot tolerate failure, and they just become extremely depressed about the fact that they might fail. So they have to understand the success spiritually. They have to understand the meaning and purpose of their life broadly, not just about materialistic through materialistic pursuits. They are workaholics. You would find these people working non-stop, and they love working, and they are well-to-do materially. So you would find these people well-to-do. I mean, they have money, they have good cars and homes, and they really love to exhibit their wealth. So they are the ones who believe in exhibition of their wealth, and they are capitalists also. They love to amass wealth and have real estates and flash their lavish lifestyle. So they are the ones who are really into it. So you can say the Rajasic tendencies there in the Pitta types. They are pretty Rajasic, and they have a lot of issues with desire and passion, and their life is almost revolves around the fulfillment of passion and their desire. So Pitta aggravation is something which can happen, which can really be created if they eat hot and spicy food and snacks, and like stuff like black pepper, chilies, and jalapeno, and hot spices, sour and citrus fruits can also aggravate their pitta. So watch out for if you don't know what is pitta aggravating food, then you can follow my diet and nutrition course, or you can actually follow other videos, informative videos, which I'm going to post here sooner or later. And eating rancid, sour yogurt, and smoking, boozing, and drinking a lot of alcohol, especially taking sour wine, can definitely aggravate pitta. So they should really take care of all these things. Then working near fire. There are some professions like chefs and people who work in like factories, and sometimes they have to work near boilers and fire. So that's really pitta aggravating profession. And also long exposures to sun, like they should refrain having so much of exposure to sun. Then eating fatty, fried, and oily food, and also something like peanut butter, for example, can really imbalance their pitta. Summer is the most difficult season for pitta aggravation, and hot and humid weather is something they should definitely avoid. They should relax a bit in summer and take it easy, cool down, and they become more irritable and short-tempered, agitated, and frustrated if the temperature or the pitta increases in their body. That's a very, very peculiar sign of the pitta aggravation in the pitta people, that they would become very jealous, envious, or probably critical and judgmental all of a sudden, and the people who are in front of them, they would not realize, oh, what happened. So they need to cool down. So if I have to say one word, take it easy, take it easy and cool down. That's the biggest slogan for the pitta types. General guidelines. Now in the end, before I finish it, general guidelines for the pitta balancing would be like avoid excessive hot, oily food. Refer the anti-pitta diet, I would say. Avoid excessive sun and exposure to the sun, and avoid being close to the heat. Eat cool and non-spicy foods, and drink cool beverages, and do not exercise in the afternoon or the late afternoon. Pick up the early morning and the post sunset timings for exercise. And the kind of the yoga they should practice is like yin yoga or the gentle yoga. However, they would not like this form of yoga. They would definitely like dynamic move and vinyasa, but that would further aggravate their pitta. So this was about the pitta attributes and attributes of the pitta types, characteristics, traits. I hope you liked it. See you in the next video. Stay blessed and love and be loved. Namaste. Thank you. For more such informative videos on yoga and Ayurveda, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the notification bell. Thank you.